All right. What's up? Yo. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is really, really well. Trying a little something different today. Now, for those of you watching on Twitch, you guys see all the usual, same things. I'm also trying the live stream onto that other platform where I don't put videos very often. So we're trying it out. A little something different. A little Zima. Wasn't that like a... It was like some clear... Do they still make that? It was like a clear drink, right? Then like little smaller bottles. That was like a kind of foofier, like fruitier, I think. Is that still... Are they still around? Also, good morning, Mojo. How are you? You're talkative this morning. Must be off phone duty, huh? That's fair. I can appreciate that, being off phone duty. You've been super busy the last few days, man. Yes, it was like the first of its kind. Well, no, because no. Wine coolers have been around forever, man. It's basically like a wine cooler, just like clear, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, but now I'm arranging a project. I don't get paid to sit on my arse. I didn't say that you did. I didn't say that you did. I know you're a very busy man. You get paid the big bucks because you're the manager, right? You're the big manager. You're the man in charge telling people what to do. Kind of. I think, right? I don't know. I can't remember. I have no idea how this is. I have no idea how this is going to work out. I can't. All right. Okay. All right. I'm trying to. I manage engineers, but not in a management capacity. Well, then you need to get paid more. End of story, man. You need to get paid more. You need to get paid what you're worth. And if you're managing people, you should get paid a manager's salary, my friend. A manager's salary. A salary fit for a king, sir. It's like herding cats. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Speaking of herding cats, the big one over there this morning, Ahmed, what's up, man? What's up, dude? How are you? Good to see you this morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you got a little something to drink, a little warm something to drink. Well, I guess it's afternoon for you, isn't it? No, it's afternoon-ish. Yeah, it's afternoon for you. Mojo, I'm with you, dude. I'm not a person manager. Oh, you know what I forgot to do this morning? If I don't do this now, Visual Diana is going to murder me. So I'm going to do it now. I gotta take my vitamins. I hate taking vitamins. They're the worst, by the way. You should take them. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but yes, video proof. Video proof. Ugh. 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 Multivitamins and fish oil and so Ahmed, it's not, so you are 1 hour ahead of our dear friend Fredo's. It's amazing to me, crazy. And also theanine to regulate caffeine better. It changes how your body regulates caffeine. I don't want that. Let it hit straight to the heart. Yes, it's the best. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I really have no idea. I don't know if it's good, bad, or otherwise. Oh man, I watched a video yesterday on a guy that was doing like some super caffeinated drinks. One of them is literally called cocaine. And then he would like go to the weight room and like lift weights and stuff. It was interesting. It was interesting. I don't know. I like energy drinks. I like the way I like the way some of them taste because they're real sweet, right, and sugary. So that's pretty much why I stay away from them, because you never know. You never know. I don't want to. Yeah, I the only one that I have drank regularly is, I shouldn't say regularly. The only one I drink is Monster. That's it. I'll have a Monster. I'll have one Monster every I would say between 6 months and a year, I'll have maybe one Monster. It improves the efficiency of the caffeine dose. What does that mean? So like the caffeine is more potent? Like the caffeine hits harder? Like so you're sitting there and all of a sudden, bam, you got the jitters? Like full on? I don't want that. Look up L-theanine. L-theanine. Amino acid found primarily in green and black tea and some mushrooms. I know what ones you're talking about. It's also available in a pill or tablet form. It's said to help ease anxiety, stress, and reduce insomnia. Okay, I could use that. Before trying it out for yourself, learn more about blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll try it. Just start, I'm a tea addict. Well, okay, if it's in tea, then I probably get it. No wonder my body is so well regulated and I'm basically like a Greek god. That's why, I think, is because, well, I must get that in my tea. Okay. All right. It's why tea hits different than coffee. So you must drink, Ahmed, you must drink black tea. I drink caffeine free tea. So it probably doesn't have that stuff in there, right? Like, I don't know. I drink the caffeine, like I've got a couple different teas that I'll drink and I think they're all caffeine free. So they're like a green tea. I had black tea, but it was just, it's a little harsh unless I put sugar in there, get some sugar and cream going. And then the black tea is, reasonable, you know, at that point it's a little bit more reasonable, but I can't do, straight black tea. Like I do black coffee. Yeah, tea and milk. Yep. Yeah. And sugar for me. I gotta have some sugar though. That black tea is strong. Which is weird because I drink my coffee just straight up black coffee, no sugar, no tea, or no milk, no nothing. Unless I'm feeling a little fancy. If I'm out somewhere and there's sugar on the table, I'll probably do a little sugar in my coffee.
No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that.
Ooh, Freddo's coming in hot. What's up, man? New England style tea will rot your teeth. Well, I don't want to do that. Speaking of, oh, you know what? We should probably just get right into Pomodoros. It's a short one today, guys, because I totally forgot I had a dentist appointment today. So I got to get out of here a bit early. Freddo's, how was just because I joined? Oh, come on now. That's not why. It actually, I don't know if you noticed this, Freddo's, but I got a tear in my eye because I have to end stream early and I'm not going to get to hang out with you the entire time. And my voice is like, it's hard to talk right now, you know. Oh gosh, I'm gonna miss Freddo's so much. It's hard to deal with, you know. I am also okay. All right, I'm also streaming on the YT platform. Oh, you son of a... All right. Are you... Ahmed, coffee sounds like a headache. Too many types? Are you serious? Come on. Ahmed, there are so many kinds of tea. There are way more kinds of tea than there are kinds of coffee. Come on, for real. And too many methods. I'll agree with that. And my YouTube feed is getting inundated with, not inundated. My YouTube feed has a lot of like coffee related stuff. I'm this close to putting out a coffee video where I just call it all out. And I'm like, you guys are silly. Like you're just silly. I won't disagree that some methods of brewing coffee are better than other methods, but the fact that you're willing to go to these great lengths and pay these insane prices for these products that do the exact same thing as their cheaper, same built, same everything counterpart is nuts to me. Bonkers. So for example, I use an AeroPress. An AeroPress is just a plastic tube with a plunger that pushes down and it pushes the water through a small filter that screws onto the bottom, right? Like it's nothing fancy. AeroPress just released their AeroPress Premium. And it's, instead of being a plastic tube, right? Like it's a double-walled vacuum glass, whatever, with like a metal something. It's ridiculous. And then you have all these coffee snobs making YouTube videos about it. Why? Because it costs $150 for this tube that's this big and this big around like this, and costs $150 for it. And they're pushing the coffee through, and they're going, oh yeah, it does taste better than the regular AeroPress. And it's like, no, there's literally no discernible difference. Like, you simply can't taste it. And then they're like, well, I wash my paper filter before I use it because I can taste the difference. No, you can't. You cannot. I'm sorry. You just can't. It's kind of like wine. It's kind of like wine tasting. Am I right? Like, you get the wine professionals that, that's a hint of oak. I taste a little oakiness with some cherry blossom, I think. And in there is also a little grandma baked yams from last Thanksgiving, the kind you really like with the marshmallows on top. And yep, there it is. It's like a Tootsie Pop in there too. I taste it, right? And then at the end of the day, they have done blind taste tests where they have given people cheap garbage wine, and they've given them, a $200 bottle of wine. And in these blind taste tests, they get the flavors wrong, and they can't tell what's the good wine versus the bad wine. And in some cases, they rank the bad wine way more expensive than the good wine. It's a joke. It's all a joke. Anyway, Ahmed, I agree with you. All right, you obviously hit a trigger for me here. A little bit. Excuse me. So yeah, I agree with you on the too many types of methods. And the degrees of sugar is it's the same as tea. Just put in the sugar that you like, But I think tea has more types. Tea has more types than coffee. Hello everybody. Peepaw, what's up, man? Good morning. I have a chip shot to do. I am not doing a chip shot first thing in the morning. I'm just not doing it, Freddos. I'm not doing it. You hear me? It's not happening. I missed some stuff here. Just pick one. Are you talking about between YouTube and Twitch? Just pick one. How about I'm going to do both. I had picked one. I had picked Twitch, but it was kind of interesting in the fact that there was, I don't know, just some of the YouTube stuff is interesting to me. I think it could be good to stream to both and to try this a little bit here. French press is nice. The only thing, okay, if you like French press here, you know what, Mojo? Hold on just a sec. All right, okay. Here we go. I'm gonna show Mojo a little bit here. I'll show him. No. This is good. So, all right. Let me show you what an AeroPress is. Because if you like French press, which I agree with, French press is great. Do you have extra filtering in your coffee machines across the pond since your water tastes like a swimming pool? What? Swimming pool? Get out of here. But I do, yeah, I use filtered water. Like, I filter my water. Good morning, Peepaw. How are you? Most of us drink bottled or heavily filtered. Yeah, I filter it. Yeah. Reverse osmosis system. Okay, I don't go that. Well, I guess... No, I don't have that. A lot of chlorine or whatever it is. I don't have... I don't know. I'm not sure on the chlorination side of things. I don't know. Sensei, what do we have here? Are you talking about your with the goatee? Yeah, man. With the goatee, it looks good, dude. It's a good look on you, I think. I think that looks good. That's just me. Tap water in Florida is horrible. I wouldn't know about that. But I mean, you're right by the ocean, man. So, okay, all right. But I wanted to show Mojo, since you like French press, which I agree with, by the way. I absolutely love French press. I think an AeroPress does the best way. It is a French press essentially, except it's a little bit better. So this is like a typical AeroPress, okay? And like, as you can see, it's just a plunger, right? It's just a plunger that goes up and down in there, right? It's just like a French press. Imagine this is a French press and your coffee grounds are down here, right? And like you're pushing down to like push the water through the coffee grounds, but it has this little guy, and you have a little baby tiny filter. So you got your little filter. Your little filter goes inside there like that. This goes on the top and just screws on like that. So now your coffee is in here. You know, you pull this guy out. You put your water in here over your up to the mark, right? You're like, okay, I want this much, and then you put your plunger in. And then you simply push the plunger down, boom, and then you goes right into your glass. So it's a filtered French press, but this is what do I hate most about a French press? Let me explain. What do I hate most about a French press? Cleaning the French press. This one, you literally just take the lid off, and when you have grounds in there, the filter is going to be on top of the grounds like this. You walk over to the garbage bin and you go like this. And then all the grounds just fall into the garbage bin. You're done. You just wipe it up. That's it. You just literally wipe the grounds off of here and you're done. That's the whole cleanup. You just pop it into the garbage can, wipe the thing, and there's no grounds anywhere except in the trash. It's fantastic. So you get all the quality of a French press. You get all the quality of a French press except for the fact that the cleanup becomes ridiculously easy. Sounds just like you came from Walmart where a salesman sold you this so hard. So much did you pay for it? Oh my God. You like instant coffee? You like instant coffee? Bro, no way. No way. Yeah, it's a filtered French press, but getting rid of the grounds is the easiest thing in the world. Freddo's, I also did not come from Walmart. I did not get sold on that. But let me tell you, there's more. I'm just kidding. But like the new one that people talk about, the new AeroPress is like, instead of being like a thick plastic, this portion here is glass, and I think it has just a same plunger. This is now glass, and I think this filter is metal. Like this filter here is metal, and it costs $150. They're selling it for $150, and people are going, "Oh, I totally taste the difference." And I'm like, "No, you don't. No, you don't. There's no way, no shot you're tasting a difference in that." Peepaw, you like instant coffee too? Oh my God, you guys are crazy. You guys are nuts. Instant coffee? Ooh. I've never had a good one. I've just never had a good one. And the glass part is the expensive part. It ain't no $150 expensive, okay? I've owned plenty of glass devices. Like, I own a lot of cups. Not a single one of them has cost me more than $10. You know why instant's the best? You don't have to wait for it to brew, and you don't have to press it. That's true. Specialty glassware is redonkulously expensive. I don't disagree with that. Like, I get it. I get why it's expensive, but you're never, ever, 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 ever gonna convince me that just because this is glass, all of a sudden it tastes better. It brews better coffee. It just not. It's not. I'm sorry. Now, you might be able to, you could make a couple arguments could be made. Number one, if this is vacuumed, if this is like a vacuum glass, right? Like a vacuum glass, I could see where you could argue. You could make the argument, well, the temperature, number one, there is no plastic flavor. And if anybody tells you that, they're lying. They're straight up lying. There's no plastic flavor. They're just lying. You're just wrong. 100%. I mean, quantifiably, you're wrong. 100%. Which is why the only argument that you can make about something like this is that Someone has said the cheapest coffee would taste as good as expensive coffee with that thing. No. Like, the only argument you could make is that the temperature control for the water would be slightly better in a vacuum sealed glass as opposed to this. Anyway, I'm sorry. But I mean, objectively, I take it like, as you can see, this stuff kind of frosts me when people try to tell me that because it's glass now with a freaking metal lid, all of a sudden it just makes better coffee. No, you're buying the hype. You're the person that goes, I can taste the difference between this wine and this wine. No, you can't. Professionals who get paid money to taste wines can't even do it in a blindfolded taste test. They can't do it. And they're professionals that drink it and taste all the time. And they can't do it. You're not tasting the difference. You're not doing it. Anyway. All right, I'm sorry. Oh, can we talk about Apple computers? I thought you just wanted to talk about computers. I will say, and I will say, Freddo, speaking of making cheap coffee taste better, you can do it. It can be done. Number one, brew process is a big piece of that. And then number two, in addition to the brew process, if you use just a touch of chicory, like a little bit of chicory, ground chicory in there, it takes away some of the cheap coffee. See, some of the cheap coffee, it like has that real acidic bite, right? Like it's just got that kind of tang that you're like, oh man, ooh. It's got something to it. And then if you add a little bit of chicory in there, that chicory kind of takes that edge off a little bit and kind of mellows out the coffee a little. So you can make a cheap coffee taste pretty dang good if you know what you're doing. It's not going to make it great, but How about wine? Can it filter wine? Maybe that's why they made it. This thing? Why would you? I see what you're doing. You're trolling me. Right. I see I'm the only true lover of coffee here. I get it. I only drink carbonated water. Oh, Freddos. We need to have a talk. Carbonated water. Do you know how awful that... okay, all right, okay. Okay, you're right, Freddos. You're right. Stop with coffee as well. It messes up your stomach. Freddos... I've seen the food you eat, man. I've seen the food you eat. Carbonated water is good for the digestion system. The carbonation's gone by the time it hits your belly, dude. It's gone by the time it hits your belly. It doesn't do anything different for your digestion. Please note, I'm not a doctor. Ahmed would have to chime in on this stuff. I have no idea. I don't know one way or the other, to be honest with you. Well, that's like saying, well, by that same token, if the carbonation is the key factor, that would mean that soda was good for digestion. That would mean that beer is good for digestion. That would mean that whatever other stuff gets carbonated. It's not the carbonation. No way. It can't be that. It's the fact that you're drinking water, I think, that's good for your digestion system. It's like the fact that you're drinking lots of water. All right, I got a chip shot and I have dog treats. All right, let's get some dog treats going. And then we'll hop into some Pomodoros. 3 to 4 pots of coffee? Peepaw. Stop lying, man. I'm pretty sure you'd be dead, dude. Your heart would have just... There would have been just one little noise. Somebody sitting next to you would have just heard like... That'd be it. 3 to 4 pots of coffee. We're talking entire pots of coffee. And you guys weren't just laying on the ground, shaking uncontrollably. That's not possible. Freddos, while I do these dog treats, you let them know. It's not possible. It's just not possible. There's no way. There's no tolerance to that. Not to 3 to 4 pots of No. No way. No way, no how. You guys need to stream it. That's all I'm saying. Who wants some treats? Who wants some treats? They redeemed. Would you guys like some treats? Since I grumped at both of you this morning. Since I was being a little grumpers. Kids likes the treat. Would you like the treat? You'll take it. And you'll take it. You can't build a tolerance to 3 to 4 freaking pots. Woo! You guys are bonkers, man. That's next level insane. For real. When I cut back to 2 pots, major withdrawal symptoms. I can only imagine, dude. I can only imagine. And I say that because I really can't imagine that much. I cannot imagine that much caffeine, man. How you guys don't shake, I have no idea. There are days where I would make a pot of coffee at work, and if I got 3/4 of the way through the pot, man, I mean, like literally by lunchtime, I was shaking, and I'd have to eat something. You guys are crazy. That's wow, man. That is a wild amount. When I was on my early 20s, I drank 7 to 8 energy drinks per day. Then I only got tired. Read some studies, and the body built tolerance for caffeine and side effect is you get the opposite effect of tired. Wow. Fredo's Simple Kid says the exact same thing. Simple Kid says the same thing. He'll do a Red Bull before bed, and I'm like, I have a Red Bull before bed, man. I'm not going to bed. I'm pulling an all-nighter easy. Easy. I do shake, and I do have a bad heart. That's why I can't play PvP games or use mouse and keyboard to play games. Really? Well, I'm sorry you got a bad heart there, people. I do shake. Well, me too. Actually, I've been wondering, like, I'm not sure if it's a hydration thing or a nerve thing, or just that I have had surgery and maybe it's just remnants of like I don't think the doc that did the surgery on my hand did a very good job, to be honest with you. But lately my pinky has been like, I don't want to call it a tremor, but I suppose it's like a tremor-ish, like like sometimes will do its own thing, like it's got its own mind. I'm flexing it now, but like I'll have my fingers on the keyboard, for example, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, like the A, like I'll hit the A or something like that. So I don't know. I've been thinking about going to see the doc, because I notice too, like when I sleep, right? If I sleep with my elbows bent at all, my ring finger, my ulnar nerve, it gets impinged, I think, because my ring finger and pinky finger go numb. So I wonder if that might have something to do with it too. But my hands shake really bad. Yeah. But I also have ADD, so caffeine works differently overall. See, I don't know all this stuff. If I go to stir a cup of coffee or hold something, my hand starts shaking uncontrollably. Have you, like, people, I mean, that's like I'm not trying to throw this out there in, like, any weird kind of a way, but, like, Parkinson's is that way, right? You probably crushed the channels for your nerves with all the high impact you suffered over the years. That could be. I've wondered, and then again, you know, like when I broke that hand, I feel like the surgery was not great, and so I kind of wonder. I don't know, but it sucks. It sucks, man. Like I just have to. I'm constantly uncomfortable when I sleep. People, I think so. Have you been tested for that? And I only ask because a friend of mine was recently diagnosed with that last couple years. And it comes and goes, right? Like sometimes it's better than others, and some days are really bad and real rough. So he finally, knock on wood here, he finally, he's a bit older than I am, but finally took it upon himself to retire, which is great. which is great. I'm very happy for him because he's like, you know what? It's not going to get any better. And it's hard to work because of it. So he's like, and I'm at a point where I can retire. So he retired. ADHD and ADD. They're very similar, right? ADD is like attention deficit disorder. You just can't focus. But ADHD is like hyperactivity included into that, right? Something like that. Like you can't focus, but you're also like hyperactive, like you're constantly topic jumping or something. Peepaw. Strong words about doctors. Our very own Ahmed is very sad to hear that. It is, yeah, I feel you. I only go to docs if I know something's broken, which is why I've been monitoring my pinky movement. If it continues probably for another week or two, because I've been trying to watch my diet and increase my water intake and trying to make sure that I'm not like, maybe it has something to do with sleeping with it bent, you know, like maybe that nerve is causing some weirdness, like if it's bent for a long period of time. So I've been watching it. If it keeps going on like that for another week or two, I may go in and just tell my doc and say, hey, what's up, man? Like I type for a living, so I kind of need this. I've never broken a bone in my body. Well, you'll be very happy for doctors when you do, if you do. I've broken many. Oh man, you name it, I have broken it. Well, no, that's not true. I've broken a lot of things. Not all the bones, though. I'm getting better. Getting better about not breaking things. There for a while. Like, from 18 to 40. 18 to 40. Those were a rough 20 years on my body. A rough... Even though I realize it's 22 years. Those are a rough 22 years on my body. My collarbones are not happy. My back is not happy. My hand is not happy. My jaw was not happy. Lots of unhappy breaking. Pro bone work. That sounds like a movie I've seen before. Anyway. 18 to 40, you ain't that old. Oh, people, I'm older than 40, man. I'm older than 40. I just, at 40, after my stay in the ICU, I realized I needed to maybe tone it down just a little bit, you know? Yeah. I went into the ICU because at 39, I had a bad wreck. You look 17 with that haircut, man. I tell you, dude, I'm punk rock. I love my punk rock. I love my punk rock. Yeah, 6'6" with a mohawk. That's how I roll, man. Big dude, 6'6", mohawk, pushing the upper 200s. Come at me, bro. Except I'd probably just give you a hug. Unless you're Freddo's, in which I would give you a double hug. A double hug for the man. And then I would ask if we could make dinner together. Man, Ace, that sound clip is perfect. Like, I don't know if you planned it. Also, good morning, Ace. I don't know if you planned it, but that sound clip is like right on the money, dude. It's right on the money. Like, even the ending, there's like a little do-do-do-do-do-do, like the drums roll down, and then it's well put together. Well put together. People, I like punk rock as well. All right, good. That's why we do Thrashing Thursdays, man. But the 80s had the best. Had the best. I don't disagree with you, man. I mean, that was pure punk rock. That was pure punk rock back then. You had well, I don't even know who. I guess I shouldn't claim to be like a punk rock aficionado because I'm really not. Like, I like a few punk bands, and I'm into punk rock. I think it's cool. I like the scene. I like the idea. But I guess I'm not one of those people that can just rattle off 700 punk rock band names. You know, like I remember the Vandals were a thing. I remember Black Flag. Like Black Flag I really like. Minor Threat I really like. Bad Brains was good. Who else did I listen to? And then there's like the more modern stuff, I guess. No Effects would be a more modern. Yeah. Dropkick Murphys. Cyndi Lauper. Punk rock. Cute as all get out, I would agree with. I don't know that I would necessarily call Cyndi Lauper punk, though. She's definitely... but maybe she had some punk stuff. I will be completely honest. I don't know. I don't know. I have never listened to enough Cyndi Lauper to know. She was technically punk in the 80s. Okay. All right. Oh, I remember her different, like she did different colored hair. She had like lots of stuff going on. And that's one of the things I think was cool about punk was it was the whole, like the ethos of it all, right? Like it had like this thing, like it didn't, like the music genre specifically didn't matter, but it was almost like if you exuded the right vibe, right? Like you were punk. You didn't have to necessarily play like distorted guitars, fast-paced music, you know, lots of dooka on the drums. You could kind of play a lot of different things and still be a punk. You know, it was more like if you were into like the DIY movement kind of thing, F the system kind of a thing. You should try Argentinian rock nacional. Ace, all I know is y'all go hard AF down south. I've seen enough videos of South America going absolutely berserk at your shows, at the concerts and stuff. Every time I hear Cyndi Lauper, I think about the movie The Goonies. That movie was great, but she was not in that movie, am I right? Is it just because of the time frame? Like Cyndi Lauper in the 80s and the Goonies in the 80s kind of a thing? Cyndi Lauper's music is a mix of pop, rock, and edgier, almost punky sounds. She's known for her punk style and has performed with punks like Henry Rollins and Marilyn Manson. Okay. I'd probably draw the line at Marilyn Manson being a punk. She did the theme song and one more that's in it. What? I didn't know that. I had no idea. I didn't know the Goonies had a theme song. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please stay here. I didn't know they had a theme song. Are we talking about the Truffle Shuffle? I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. It's a fantastic movie. From start to finish. Great movie. Have you ever seen the Best Crowd video? The Best Crowd Ever video? Maybe. Yeah, I think you shared that with us. If you haven't, Ace, please put it in Discord. I would love to see it. I think you did share it, though. I'm pretty sure you've shared it. I think you have shared that one before. My favorite genre is psy-trance. Yes, true. A young Samwise. It's funny. He's in so much stuff. And actually, just so you know, I've shaken his hand. I've met him. He knows me, actually. At the time, the young Samwise was, he had played in Rudy and the Goonies, obviously. But Rudy was, like, relatively popular at the time. Me being a youngster, was not aware that he played in the Goonies. So when I saw him at the airport, I went up and I was like, oh my God, so cool, so nice to meet you, man. I loved you in Rudy. I was probably the only person to ever say that to him. So I didn't compliment him on the Goonies at all. But I was a kid. I was a kid, dang it. And that's my excuse, okay? I'm going to stick to that excuse. I was a child. All right. It's a 1 hour video? Oh, man. Maybe I did not watch that whole thing then. I don't watch Marvel movies. Not sure who plays Thanos. I don't know either. Yeah. I just know he has a glove or something. That's about all I know, is that Thanos has a glove. I know nothing else about that entire storyline. Nothing else. Psychedelic trance, psytrance. Spelling doesn't count. Trogdor was a man. I mean, he was the Dragon Man. Exactly. Some consonant V's for the teeth. He's got an arm. Check on the email. Strong Bad was awesome. Oh god, that was so good. I'm into all kinds of music too. I'm with Peepaw on this one. I think all kinds of music is great. It's like there's so much good music out there. I can't say that one is particularly the be all end all type of music. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do it. There's just so much good stuff out there in the world of all varieties, and I'm talking classical, blues, trance, techno, psytrance, metal, emo, grunge, whatever you're into. There is some good stuff in it, and I, for the first time ever in my life, okay, I shouldn't say first time ever in my life, but because I've admitted this before, but there's even a few country songs that kind of go hard. Okay, there's even a few. Okay, there's something good in every genre. And if you can't admit that, you're a hater. You're just hating for the sake of hating at that point. There's something good in every genre. You become one with your code. I agree. When I first seen Total Eclipse, I was thinking he was a major Cyndi Lauper fan. Total Eclipse of the Heart. A new wave of hard techno at the moment. Big fan of the EDM scene. Wait. Are we talking about funk? Have you guys heard funk music? Programming metal drums for my drum programming for the EDM I make so much easier. 100% agree. Yeah, funk music. Yeah, this a friend of mine, her son told me about funk music, and I was like, come on, man, quit playing with me. And he's like, no, for real, check it out. And he like gave me some tracks to listen to, and I'm like, all right, like if I want my heart to explode, I'll turn that on. And there is some great, like I said, there's great stuff in every single genre. Also Balthazar, I'm kind of curious, like, does it take a long time to program, by the way, welcome in, good morning, good to see you. Is it hard to program drums for tracks that of music? Like I always thought it was I thought it would be really difficult, right? Because drummers do so many little things, right? They've got their little pizzazz, their little, this is how I roll my toms. This is how I, like, I've always just thought there was so much to it that it would be next to impossible to do accurately with a good representation. But I guess, yeah, since you talk about like EDM, I guess I could see it in EDM. I guess I've never thought about it in any other genre. I guess I didn't even know that people programmed like metal drums or something like that. So very interesting. Very interesting. I really didn't know. I thought they just used an actual drummer for that stuff. Like there would just be maybe like some studio drummer who would sit in and just dooka 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 dooka. Okay. All right. I'm logged in. Oh, I see. I'm all over the place. Okay. Are we ready to do this? We're going to, have you listened to Chris Luna? Oh, sorry. You're talking to Total Eclipse. Gotcha. I feel you. Guys, we are going to do the thing. Oh, wait. There's a guy who plays Alien Isolation with a guitar. Weird AF. I've not seen that. People, post that in Discord, man. I would love to see it. Chris Luno, I'll try too. I'll check that out. Maybe post something in Discord. I do check out the stuff in Discord. Like sometimes the stuff in chat tends to I forget or I don't like if I don't open it in a tab and leave that tab open, I will often forget. So as you guys stumble do this stuff, please make sure to post it in Discord because I would love to be able to join you. Okay. All right. I think everything else is good. Let's mosey our way into a Pomodoro. Mojo is right on this one. There's a fair amount of metal acts that have 1 to 2 members where all the drums are programmed. Really? But then they'll tour with a drummer. Really? Well, now that you mention that, Filter originally did that, I think, back in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. The band Filter, I think they were a 2-man band. I never thought about, but I thought one of them was a drummer. And I thought the other guy sang and played guitar or something, but man. Yeah, hey man, nice shot. That's a great song. But I think they were a 2-man band originally. And so maybe that's what they did. Because they played I want to say they played the Victoria's Secret thing or something. It was crazy. Quarantine or mantra chants from Desert Playlist is chanting music. Somebody actually, okay, in the realm of all genres, somebody once sent me some videos, a friend of mine, to Mongolian throat singing. And that was actually there was some I was like, man, this is kind of cool. I could vibe to it. Just proof, in my opinion, that there's good stuff in every genre if you know where to look. Tuvan throat singing is wild. I wish I could do that. Well, I've been learning to master it. I don't have it down good enough yet where I want to release it. So, guys, post this stuff in Discord, please. I love new music. I love new music. I would love to hear it. Honestly, please post some of this in Discord. Post some of the stuff that you guys like by these artists in Discord. I want to hear it. But what we're going to hear now, it's Techno Tuesday. It's a short one today, guys. I'm sorry. I have a dental appointment that I have to go to. They're going to look over the old chompers. So I got to end a little bit early today. We'll probably be ending somewhere between 10 and 10:30, depending. So my time, which is about hour and a half from now, I think. Posted a new music video. Says Freddo's. Come on, man. You think I haven't seen that one? I like that one. I like that video. Oh, wait. Oh, God. This is the actual video. Oh, my God. I am not watching that whole video. There's who does it? There's a musician who does that. Seth Drums, I think, plays that. There's a remix of that video, and Seth Drums plays that when Kit Boga will raid him occasionally, and he plays it live on the drums, and it actually slaps pretty hard. It's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Peepaw, fix that mess on your head. Excuse me. You wait. I'm telling Visual Diana. I'm telling her that you have a problem with my haircut. And now you done it, man. She's 4'11". She is a little stick of dynamite, and now you got her ready to blow. And she is just gonna smack you with a left hook that you never saw coming. That's all there is to it. She's gonna, man, whew, you better hope she doesn't meet you. She'll give you that right hook followed by a left uppercut. Bam! Peepaw gonna be laid out on the ground. You better look out, man. Do you guys get paid bi-weekly or monthly in the US? Generally, I think it's bi-weekly, generally speaking. I know where I am, it's like bi-monthly, which is, no, it's bi-weekly, which means there's a few, what they call like free pays throughout the year throughout the year. And some places are bi-monthly. So you get paid like middle of the month, end of the month. Did I say 4'1"? I meant 4'11". 4'11", I'm sorry. If I said 4'1", sorry. I meant 4'11". She is tiny. She is the perfect height. If she wants to punch a man in the nuts, she'll punch a man in the nuts. Period. And then you go, and then once you're on the ground, then you're all hers, and she's just gonna hop on top and just wail on you, and you're gonna be knocked out cold. I'm not speaking from experience. But I will say this. She is proof dynamite comes in small packages. She can hit. Oh, boy, can she hit. If she wanted to punch you in the face, you're going to know it. That girl can punch. Anyway, she can fight. All right. Enough talk about Visual Diana and why I'm wildly afraid of her. All right. I'll blink 3 times if I need your assistance on stream. Okay. Anyway, let's jump into some Pomodoros. Let's hang out with the dogs. We got the dogs hanging with us. I got the Techno channel on. Hopefully it doesn't suck. We'll see how it goes. Here we go. Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today?
get turned off. Your consciousness will now get turned off. Consciousness will now get turned off.
All right, you, you wild people, man. I think okay, all right. You guys got to level with me. Like, did y'all just wait till the Pomodoro started to like hop into chat? Like, is that what happened? Did I miss all of that? Maybe. What's up, non-codes? How's it going? How's everybody doing? I could not stop. Like, y'all were typing, and yeah, I don't know. It's the Techno station. Oh my. Maybe I need to get a setup like yours. I saw your treadmill setup is like so fantastic. Awesome. And I actually had a similar idea. I had a similar idea originally because my chair is so, like, I usually would run my chair real tall. I now have a moving desk, so it's kind of nice, you know, like I can raise and lower. So that's been nice. That's been a really worthwhile change for me. But I really do need to go with a treadmill. I need to get a treadmill kind of a thing. So if you don't mind, maybe I would love to know what treadmill you have specifically, like the under desk bit there, because that is definitely something that I need to do some work on. You can redeem exercise for maybe. Nice. Holy smokes. I feel like I'm missing so much in chat. It is just like flying by right now at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Work o'clock means yap o'clock. I put a walking treadmill at my desk now too. Nice, Wisdom. Nice. Which one did you get? If you guys don't mind, throw some stuff in Discord, like especially for the treadmill stuff. Maybe I am 6'6" and I'm getting close to 300. I'm getting close to the 300. I'm a big dude. I have to buy bigger stuff. I'm actually running into an issue where my wife and I are signed up for a mountain bike race, and I'm trying to source a mountain bike, and the problem is that I'm so big that most of the mountain bikes and things just they're not meant for people my size. Like, went to a bike shop, they set up the fork, and they like they had me stand on it and like sit on the bike, and he's like these forks are as like the like they're air forks, so they were like filled as full as they could fill them realistically, and they were like, you're right on the cusp of needing something a little bit bigger. So I don't know, the desk raising conversation. What? Wait. He can still raise it up. Wait a minute. Are we talking about desks? Are we talking about desks? Oh yeah. I was gonna say maybe that's not how that's supposed to work. That's not how that's supposed to work, man. It's supposed to go the other way, you know? I think somebody had mentioned, yeah, the lifespan stuff. Some other people had mentioned that as a very good, reliable brand. The one thing I do see on a lot of those is like they seem really narrow. They seem really, really narrow. Oh my gosh. Cat VR treadmill? What's the Cat VR treadmill? Wait, did you mention that one yesterday? Maybe you mentioned that one yesterday. I want a bike, so I want a bike one so I don't trip. They make them. They make them non-codes. You can get trainers. So you that basically. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me find you here. Let's see. So you can get a bicycle trainer, and I would imagine like they kind of look like this, right? I mean, you can even go as cheap as like $65. Low key, this exact trainer I have upstairs right now. You can do something like this to take an existing bicycle you already have. The rear hub just goes on your back, like where your wheel goes in, you know, you got the bolts there. This just bolts to those back bolts like this, and then it holds it there. And then this, oh, you can't see this over here, sorry. Here, let me move it over here like this then. And then you can see it. Anyway, so then your tire just rests against this little black piece here. And as you pedal, it has some resistance there. Some resistance there. So I would recommend like looking into something like this, because you could potentially set that up to where you're doing whatever. I don't know how you're going to do the keyboard bit, so I don't know how you're going to do it while working. I can't speak to that, but yeah. Lifespan is what we all have at work, and we've had them since I started in IT 6 years ago. Man, that's nice, dude. I wish my work would pay for something like that. I don't think they will, though. Ours are wide enough that my coworker just puts his desk chair on top of it when he wants to sit. That's awesome. That's awesome. The Cat VR treadmill is $360 and it's like $13.99. Suppose investing in your health is okay. I mean, I'm going to be getting a mountain bike, and I'm going to be putting in a lot of miles on the bike, period. I have this trainer for my road bike, which is what I got to do some spinning on just to get the legs moving, get used to spinning. But it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Do it as a wait. Hannah, you should do it. Nice to have a bike in the garage I haven't touched for years. It might work. It might work. You know, you probably could get away with a trainer like this. I don't know what the back end of your bike looks like, but if it's like a single speed specifically, I know it will probably work. But for some of them, you might have to go with a little bit different of a trainer that is meant for a bike with like a derailleur system on it or something like that. I'm not really, like, I can't speak 100% to some of those, but I mean, some of them get bonkers. They're crazy. If you want one that's like a balancing one, these are cool, like the rolling trainers. You got to put your front wheel on there, and then your back wheel sits, your front wheel sits up here on this roller. Your back wheel sits in between these back two, and you kind of just have to start pedaling. And it's kind of weird because you can move a little like this. You can kind of weave back and forth. It's kind of cool. It's really cool. But it's a lot trickier. It requires a lot more balance and stuff. So a 5K redeem, 1 hour on the bike while streaming. Wisdom, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I hate sitting on a trainer, man. I hate it. It's so different. I could go out and ride a bicycle for an hour, no problem. You put me on a trainer and dude, like after 20 minutes, I'm just bored out of my mind. I'm bored out of my absolute gourd. Absolutely. Just crazy bored. Let's see here. Yeah, even treadmill I get bored. Right. It's just super boring. Stationary bikes. Nope. Yep. Yeah. Maybe I just need to get some steps in. See, my problem is like when I'm streaming, like I'm just here. It's so sedentary. It's really, really hard for me to be as sedentary as I am. It's not good. I really need to get a treadmill because I think with as sedentary as the first half of my day is sitting here, the second half, if I could be walking and doing things, would be significantly more productive. Significantly more productive. Well, yeah, and one of those watches. Yes, I know. I want to get something that'll do my heart rate, but that's true. And it would be fun if you got the Yap. That's true. If you were yapping and biking, which is actually good because I guess if you're biking, you're supposed to, like, level 1 heart rate is where you want to be to like start building up your fitness, and level 1 is you should be able to have that conversation while you're pedaling along. So you shouldn't be pedaling, like, you shouldn't be worrying about like, oh, I need to keep a 90 RPM cadence, as I'm going, and I still need to be able to talk. Like, it should be much more chill as you're building into it. So different zones, I guess, is what they talk about. So, Aperture, by the way, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, see, like Brew Crew, I'm with you, man. I needed to get a different seat, I think, is a problem. Like my saddle, as they call them, on my road bike is just super hard, super thin, super narrow, which is fine when I'm out riding around because I can kind of shift around, you know, and I can like, it just feels different. But man, stationarily, ugh, it's awful. It's awful. Yeah, I bought some wireless mics and some cams to start moving around the house. Yeah, maybe we're doing yeah, bike and work impossible. Yeah. You could probably do bike and game though. Yeah. I would think you could do that. Because you could kind of sit back and you know, play whatever. I would think. We've got to set up upstairs, and really we've been talking about maybe even taking our cooking stream setup and trying to move that to even a little bit further and going upstairs to our workout room. I don't know that the wireless mics would reach that far though. The way that we do the video would work because it's just over the internet, so that wouldn't matter. But the wireless mics are not over the. They're connected to a cable that runs basically up into the floor that has a receiver on it. And so that way when we're up in the kitchen, that's not very far for it to travel. I don't know that the signal will make it through a whole house, you know? Oh my gosh. Yeah, good. Been getting out more. The weather's been nice here, Amp. It's been nice. It's been really, really nice. I like my Samsung watch, says Wisdom. Yeah, I believe Total was talking about that the other day, right? Like, I think you sent me some stuff on Discord about those watches, the Samsung stuff. Oh man, oh yeah, Amp Peepaw was looking for you for some rigging stuff. Have you seen the guy that streams Valorant and walks on the treadmill the whole time? I haven't. Tracking his weight loss. It's honestly really inspiring to see. Mine connects to my phone, and then I transmit over the network. I wonder if we could do something like that. I bet that's a really good idea. Maybe that's a really good idea, because I know it can connect to, might be able to connect to a phone, and then the audio would just come along with the video, maybe. But I don't know how that would translate as far as into the audio mixer and how I have it set up in OBS. Man, oh man, so many things to think about. Man, whew, there's just too much to think about. Get that Galaxy Fit 3 for a cheap barrier to entry. Man, just like bikes, there's too many options. You know it? Yeah, this is I'll show you guys what we're working with. By the way, I know I said we were going to do cooking streams Monday nights, and I haven't been doing them. That's on me. We've been really busy lately, just with everything going on. But we've got these little guys. They're very similar to the Rhodes. They're actually here. They're very similar to the Rhodes. These have worked out really, really well for us. And so they're supposed to have a pretty good range to them. They're just the little lavalier mics, you know, you can clip on. They're supposed to have a pretty good range. I just don't know. I haven't tested them to see, like, if I go upstairs, are you still going to pick it up, you know? My fear is that it will not, but I'm not really sure. Are you Android then for your phone? Yes. Android for the phone. Yep. I just got a Google Pixel 6a, I think, or whatever it is. On the watch stuff, weirdly enough, I'd like my watch to come from a vendor that does not also want to sell me a phone. Ooh, that's why I went with Garmin. That's fair. That's a fair thing. Walk around the house saying test and recording. Should we do it live? Should we do it live right now? I could go all the way upstairs and then go back and watch the VOD to see if I can No, I'm not going to do that live. That's terrible. That's terrible. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. No, I can't do that. I can't do that, everyone. We need to be doing Pomodoros. We need to be very focused right now. Okay? Because I'm so close. So I'm down to the point now where in my Django application, I am working. Sorry for just like jumping topics here. I honestly like, sorry, I'm all over the place. I like buying from the person that makes my phone just because it syncs seamlessly. No need for third-party applications that might get angry, but I can respect your opinion there. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Nice. The update is all done. You got a timer set for your doctor's appointment? No, but I'm watching the clock. I'm watching the clock because I want to make sure I don't miss that. Yeah, it's a big reason why I'm a huge fan of getting the Samsung stuff for my phone. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I really like the Garmin stuff. I just can't get over. I'm kind of disappointed in their latest updates that they've put out. Like, the Instinct 3 is out. And I know Futile had mentioned the Instinct 2 originally, and the Instinct 2 and 3, the differences are pretty minor, really. Like, the improvements and everything seem to be kind of more superficial. And that's what a lot of people are complaining about. They're like, you didn't really upgrade anything. You just kind of made it look different and boinked up the cost a little. Garmin, what are you doing? And I don't have a horse in that race, but I'm kind of wondering if I can pick up the Instinct 2 now at a cheaper price because there's an Instinct 3 out, which I think might be a good idea. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I have no idea on what is a good fitness thing. A Venue 3? Brew Crew, Fitbit. My wife loves, well, she used to love her Fitbit, but I will say this, the Fitbit ones that she has had, she goes through them, they just don't last. What is the Venue 3? Venue 3. I don't know whether she is like just notoriously hard on them or what, but they just don't last with her. Like, she paid more to get the one that had like voice whatever, so she could be like, set a timer for 10 minutes and then go do whatever. And then in doing that, like it just stops working, and she's sent it back to Fitbit and gotten new ones from Fitbit based on the warranty and all this stuff, and it's just been nothing but a headache. So the Venue 3, ooh, this looks really nice. Boy, oh boy, it'll do a lot of stuff. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh, decreased sleep need. Oh, so it'll let you know like what kind of stuff you should be doing. Is it waterproof? That's a big thing for me. Big thing for me. Gotta have waterproof. Has to be waterproof. I'm gonna have to look into this one. I'm bookmarking that here. Okay. All right. Thank you for the recommendation there, Aperture. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. I'm setting up my... All right, I'm turning on my webcam here. Turning on my webcam from one of my many cabins here. Okay. Just setting up the webcam, getting that set up. So that way we can watch live stream. Thank you, Wisdom, for that stretch, by the way. Oh. Whew. All right, guys. I wonder which one she's getting, because I remember the original fitness trackers have placed a couple times, but I would have assumed the smartwatch kind of wouldn't be that way. Kind of sad to hear. Yeah, I would have to find out from her which one it is, and it was definitely a bummer because I think it was around $150, and this has been many years ago. So this was at a time where people just weren't paying that much for smartwatches yet. Well, I guess they were to some degree, but anyway, she still uses it to this very day. She tried a Garmin. She said she felt like the Garmin did too much. It had way more functions and features and functionality than she would ever need. And so she's like, I don't like that. I really want something just more simple. Track my steps. That's it. We'll have to get her something. I think her current one will do the heart rate too, but I'm not sure. So I don't know. The credit card RFID badge. Ooh, that's a lot of faith in those devices, Aperture. When we hang out, I'm going to make sure that you wave your arm around the payment thing. Elevation tracker and GPS tracker. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I was kind of curious about the GPS stuff. I don't know. Well, and see, I like when people complain about the size. That's generally like when I'm like, hey, that might look normal on me. You know, because I like being such a big person. Sometimes those bigger things look normal size on me, finally, instead of me being like, yeah, I got this sweet thing. And people are like, is that a girl's watch? Because it's really tiny on your wrist. It happens a lot, actually. You have to open the app before it starts broadcasting your credit card. Foiled again. They've outsmarted me. Can't take it. I can't take it. All right. We do need to go. It's Pomodoro time. It's Pomodoro time. You guys are getting me off topic here. We're getting off topic. We need to jump back into a Pomodoro. I've turned on my webcam at one of my cabins on one of our many properties. I don't want to reveal the location in case anybody finds out where it is. If you do, just keep it to yourself, okay? That's all I ask. I'm built very large, very large, very large. It's unfortunate. It's a pain point, honestly, for every sport that I love to do too. That's the crazy part. Every sport that I absolutely love, like diving is such a passion for me. I love diving, like springboard diving. I love motocross. I like BMX. I like everything that I really enjoy doing. It's just better for shorter people. And every single sport, people are just like, why are you doing this? You're so big. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Peepaw, I would never. Let's go live to this webcam that I have set up in my cabin right now for this Pomodoro. Here we go.
Your consciousness will now get turned off. Your consciousness will now get turned off. consciousness will now get turned off.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right, everybody, it's break time. It's break time. You know what that means. We've been staring at our screens, working diligently, right? But it's break time, and eye health is very, very important. So let's take this opportunity, 20 feet away or more, pick a spot on the wall, pick a spot out the window, pick a speck on the floor, pick a squirrel playing outside, pick whatever you got to. 20 feet away or more. We're going to take 20 seconds. I want you to just stare at that spot or think about that thing or look there. It has to be 20 feet away or more, I guess. So as long as we're looking there together, we'll be okay. We'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Give it 20 seconds. This relaxes the eyes. After we've been staring at the screen for something up close for so long, now we need to look further away. Let things kind of relax a little bit. There we go. That's probably good. It's probably good. Yes, diligently. Diligently. There's nothing but diligence here. We're just doing the good work. That said, Balthazar, I didn't realize that the streaming platforms gave that small of an amount. Although, I suppose when you're talking about millions of listens, right? So for some of the super huge popular acts on some of those streaming platforms that get into those, like they have 10 million listens or something, or a billion listens or whatever it is, like that adds up, right? Pretty significantly. But to smaller artists, I could see that being, as you said, every few months you get $20. Still $20. Hey man, somebody wants to hand me a $20 bill, I'm in. Less than you'd think. It's interesting. The music industry, I think, needs to change pretty significantly. I was on a train back when I used to take the train to downtown Chicago. I was on the train and I was on my way home. And I forget how it was. I would stand up. I wouldn't go take a seat. I would just stand in in the door area where everybody else, it was just kind of chit chatty. They would just stand there too. So I happened to overhear this conversation about the music industry, struck up a conversation with this guy. He said he worked in the music industry. And that was the one thing he's like, oh, you're in music. I'd mentioned that we play music, and I was in a band at the time that was kind of getting around the area. And he's like, oh yeah, he goes, yeah, it's the music industry's terrible. He's like, that's something you never want to get involved in unless you really, really, really know what you're doing. He goes, it's designed to suck people in, chew them up, and spit them out and move on to the next thing. They do not care about the artist or the artistry as much. They are all about just the profit. For themselves, and not giving those profits to the musicians, and basically just went on to tell me lots of a few horror stories, and had nothing good to say, no redeeming qualities about the music industry as a whole. So yeah, I at that point I was kind of like, whoa, all right. He seemed to be pretty in the know. So the commodification of creative endeavors is yeah it's interesting too, I think. Speaking a little bit more to that, the artistic endeavor side of it, was it somebody posted something about John Frusciante, or maybe I just saw it on my Google feed or something, but they were talking about how John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is in it for the art of it. And there was an article posted about him and his guitar playing. He was the main guitar player for the Red Hot Chili Peppers for a long time. He's been on and off. I think originally when Hillel Slovak passed away from heroin overdose, I believe that's when Frusciante came in as a kid in his teens, came in and started playing with them. And the article kind of went on to say, if you look at his track record, he's a true, music is an art form, and it's his art form, right? He has gone on to say himself, there are definitely albums he's put out specifically to get money for drugs, right? And I'm not encouraging that on any level. But he also has proven time and again he really wants it to be right. Like he's cleaned up, he's clean, like all this stuff, and when he really wants it to be about the art, which is kind of neat because the article kind of was showing, you know, here at the height of some of the Red Hot Chili Pepper stardom is when he chose to leave the band. And if you were in it for the money, right, like that would be the time that you're like, nope, I'm in this, I ain't leaving, I'm gonna, you know, whatever. But it was like at the height of that band's fame, you know, multiple times now he's been like, I'm stepping away, you know, whether that's, who knows. I assume it's for the creativity of it, right? Like at some point I would imagine the production becomes more like, look, this is what you're going to do. You're going to play some pop stuff. You're going to play this. You're going to play this. You're going to do this. Although at their level of fame, I would think they kind of can call the shots at this point and be like, nah, man, we're going to play what we want to play. I think they've always kind of been good about doing that. And as much as I don't necessarily listen to his music, Ludacris did that too. Sold CDs out of the back of his car and turned Sony Music down not once but twice, I believe, because he told them straight away he wanted full creative control and wanted to be in charge of everything. And they told him no. And he said, well, then I'll just keep selling them out of the trunk of my car. And it wasn't until they finally came at him, I believe, a third time and, you know, caved to his requests of, no, I want full creative control. I want this. I want that. And finally, Ludacris got what Ludacris wanted. You know, so, you know, I guess to say, I suppose in some way, he told Sony, move, get out the way. I hope that was him that sang that song. I think it was. Okay, I know this is a short one today, so I have some dental appointment that I have to get to. So I'm going to be hopping off of here. This was just a short one. I know, I'm sorry, everybody. I also have other news. Apparently Wednesdays now. Okay, I've been super good about Mondays being cooking nights, right? Like, because for the last 2 weeks, last 2 Mondays has not been a cooking night. So we're going to try and do Wednesdays as well. I don't know. Maybe the cooking streams are just kind of silly, but we'll see. It'll be a good time. And we're going to maybe do some workout streams. I'm not really sure. We're going to be throwing all kinds of stuff at the wall to see what kind of fun we can have with it. I don't know. But yeah, Wednesday nights were going to be Visual Diana's workout nights. And apparently the crew that she was going to be working out with, they have already canceled for a few weeks in advance. So she's like, my Wednesday nights are free now. So we maybe do some cooking streams. I'm going to go get my teeth clicked and clacked and script and scraped and everything else, which means I am going to be bouncing on out of here. In the meantime, though, I don't want to leave you guys empty-handed. That would be very, very rude of me. So let's see who we got on. You guys want to go hang with Nan? You know what? It's been a minute since we went and hung with Nan. She was in here this morning. Let's go continue our hangout today with Nan Codes. What do you guys say? I think we can head that way. I'm going to go get my teeth taken care of here. So we're going to raid. We're going to raid Nan Codes. Here we go. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Please know that you guys matter. You guys are making a difference. In the wise words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other. Keep building cool things. Keep doing cool things. Keep putting the good vibes out into the universe. It's bound to come around. That's a guarantee. Just know that I really appreciate all of you being here. I appreciate all the time that we get a chance to hang out and have fun together. We're going to go over to Non-Code's chat. Let's be good, everybody. All right, best behavior. Nobody get too rowdy. Thank you guys again. Wouldn't be the same without you guys. I'm really glad to have all you here with us. Sorry I had to get out of here early today, but tomorrow we'll be back. I'll catch you guys then. Here we go. Let's go.